Yo, what's up, everybody? It's J-Rock here, man. And finally, man, finally, Hinata and Neji both got a limit break, man. It's been a minute, dude. It's been a long time coming for these units to get the limit break that they rightfully deserve. Um, and I honestly been waiting a long time for this Hinata, especially because, yeah, man, I've been really wanting to use her on my team, and I really feel like now I could possibly do that effectively. So we're gonna look into their limit break stats, and we're gonna check these units out. So this is level 150, right? This is their max, limit break stats and whatnot. This is not like the max pill stats, but this is the max limit break stats. Um, this is just PVE, so we really don't care. These are Blazing Mash units. We don't really care about the PvE version, right now. We're gonna look at the PvP version right here, right? So this is the health. Now these are without speed, without health pills, right? So it's 50,000. It with health pills becomes 51,000. My boys, 50. My girl's gonna have 51,000 HP, 413 speed. Like, yo, the queen is back, man. She is back, and she coming back in full force, man. She low key thick on them with this HP, man. But you know what, man? If you were around or played the game when Hinata first came out, you would know exactly how dominant she was, and she basically reigned supreme over all other units in PvP. She was just the greatest unit, and it got so bad to a point where like people were running three of her at a point, and there was even some people that were running six of her, and it was almost like unbeatable. They were almost unbeatable with six. It was crazy, but yeah, she was the original PvP goddess. Like she was the best unit for a little bit, and now she's making a comeback, man. I don't think she can be the best unit now, but you know what? She can be definitely a great unit now. 51,000 HP with 413 speed. Yeah, that's pretty great by itself. Her attack stat is going to be 2,900 with the attack pills. Now, her, I'm pretty sure correct. If I'm saying this, her, I think her multiplier 7. Yeah, 7 times attack towards one enemy in range, 60% chance of health recovery ceiling or chakra ceiling for 4 turns each. Um, so 7 times attack times 2,900. That's like I believe that's like 20k. You're gonna do like 20k, a little bit over 20k basically. Neutral damage. So that's really good. That's a single target. It's really good. Now her jutsu itself doesn't really generate chakra for her or anybody on your team. So like that's kind of like the downside of her. But I think it's best off that it doesn't generate chakra for your team or herself, because then that would just be completely broken. So that's a good thing, I would say. Um, but her jutsu is basically like it's there for damage, but also the chance to get the jutsu ceiling. Now she's really good. Her not jutsu ceiling, the chakra ceiling. The chakra ceiling is really good. It's 60% chance to hit, so it's pretty decent. It does happen, and when it does happen, it's really clutch. Um, she has she has okay abilities, and I think the jutsu ceiling resistance abilities are obviously going to get a lot better now if people start using like jutsu ceiling. And as you've seen, like the PvP where Kakashi, he jutsu seal. So I mean, having this resistance by 60% if you have her max ability is pretty useful, pretty darn useful. Especially if jutsu ceiling becomes meta again, and reduce damage by 20%. I mean, you know, we're getting a lot more units now that ignore damage reduction. So this, you know, um, it matters, but at the same time, it is not nearly as it doesn't matter nearly as much as it did back in the day when there was no like units that could ignore damage reduction. But it still matters. Like not everybody has a full team of units that ignore damage reduction. Let's be honest. I so I think this is still a pretty good ability. Uh, Definitely. And sync with long range puts attack by 200 for Ninja World Clash. That's a lot. Sync with long range. I feel like you could do that pretty easily. I don't know. You might be able to do that easily. I'm not too sure, honestly. Unless people start running three of her again. God, that would be crazy. But I really don't know if we're gonna start seeing that. I'm sure people are gonna be like, pretty trolly and do start running three of them all max limit broken. I'm sure there'll be someone out there that does that. I almost guarantee you. But it's probably not gonna be too common. But I'm definitely gonna limit break her, man. Like I definitely need a hidden leaf, which she is, speed lead, which she is an amazing speed lead now, 413 speed with max speed pills, 51,000 HP, 20% damage reduction, has the potential to get 30% damage reduction, and thinking with wisdom is really not too hard. Nowadays, I mean, if you're running Minato on your team, you have her obviously Minato, her, and you could even run like another wisdom unit like the new PvP War Sasuke we just got. Like he's a wisdom unit. You could run him too, and you could have that sync skill for your Hinata, get that extra 10% damage reduction. That's pretty darn useful. Have like over 30% damage reduction with 51,000 HP. Yeah, dog, that is amazing. She's gonna be real nice, man. She's gonna be real nice for sure, and I definitely gonna put her on my team. Now, Neji, my boy Neji. It's been a minute, man. It's been a minute since we actually seen not only a new Neji character, but also just Neji being meta in general. Like any Neji being used in the game in general, in any mode. There's really been no Nejis like you know viable for anything nowadays. But this Neji, I mean, he's always been good. I feel like his PvP version, just because of his abilities, having the self healing. It's like 500 self healing for PVE. So I always use him on my body team for that healing. So he's really good with that. But his I mean obviously he's gonna be a lot better now with his limit break, and especially for PvP too. So we're gonna look at his limit break stats. My man, he got 40. It's 47,000 HP. That's a lot, my boy. 47,000 HP for a 3-inch chakra cost unit. I'll take, man. I'll definitely take. My man got 50. Oh my god, look at that attack stat. My man has 58. No, I'm about to say 58,000. Imagine 58,000 attack stat. What? Your combo hits with literally one shot anything. He has 5,000, 5.8k attack stat. That is probably the highest I ever seen. Now, these are all max limit breaking stats. Limit broke stats. So that's probably one of the highest attack stats that I ever seen. It might be the highest one. I really do. I feel like it might possibly be. I really don't know, but that has to be up there. This is his speed without any speed pills and without his abilities. But with speed pills it'd be 253, and with speed pills and max abilities it would be like 293. So like I said, most people probably had this guy max duped by this time. I mean, he's a pretty old dude. He's over a year old, so there's a lot of people that probably have max abilities. So 293 speed with 47,000 HP, 55 5.8 thousand damage on his attack stat. We're gonna check out his multipliers. Like those, that stat line right there is freaking amazing. Let's be honest. Now my man 3 and 6 chakra cost. For those of you who don't know, yeah, my man What the hell is this using? Oh my god. Okay, hold on. My man is 3 and 6 chakra cost, right? Uh, and it's very easy to get his ultimate. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty good to see him. So 3.8 times attack to all enemies in range, 90% chance of speed reduction for 4 seconds. With his with his new attack stat, I think that does around like a little bit over 22,000 damage neutral. Mind you, this is AOE. This is mid-range AOE jutsu. He's in the center of the jutsu, so it's like if you know what Team 2 Sasuke body Team 2 Sasuke is, it's basically that jutsu, like that range, but he doesn't push back. Um, 90% chance of speed reduction for 4 seconds. Now, speed reduction honestly could win you games. It's definitely not no switch ceiling or jutsu ceiling or immobilizing thing, which is probably best that it's not because that would be kind of broken for him. But speed reduction definitely can win you games, and it's 70% chance to hit, and for 4 seconds, that's really good. That's game changing. I feel like. Now since he does get an ultimate pretty easily for him being 3 and 6 chakra calls, we're gonna check out his ultimate too. 9 times attack to enemy in range and knocks him back. 90% chance of immobilization for 1 second. Okay, so like 9 times attack is like, dog. I know it's over 50,000 HP. It might be like 53,000 HP. I think neutral. 54,000 HP neutral. Single target. That's pretty darn good. Like if he doesn't kill the unit with his ultimate, which 9 times out of 10 he's probably killing them unless it's a Hinata with damage reduction. Um, they have a 90% chance to get immobilized for 1 second. So I mean, they're gonna die anyway at some point. So that's also really good. He immobilizes on the ultimate single target. I mean, he does ignore dodge, which back then I don't think there was really many units that were used that ignore dodge back then, or if any at all. At least used in PvP. But you know what? I mean, it's still really good stats, man. It's still really good stats, and I think he's definitely gonna be quite viable for PvP. Um, and especially with max ability, like I would not be surprised if people start running him again. And I'm glad, man, because Neji definitely needed it, man. This is a well-deserved character that needed the limit break. Now, his field and buddy skills reduce the chance of receiving juices stealing by 25%. Reduce the chances. Okay, so that buddy skill and field skill aren't too bad. Just like I said, because we got like Akashi coming out, PvP work Akashi, he juices steal, so this is pretty darn good. Pretty darn good for nowadays. Ain't the best that we could have, but it's definitely good. Sync when mid range lowers rates of getting immobilized by 15%. That's really low. So I mean, it's nice that he has it, but it's kind of a really low percentage. So I mean, it's all right. Sync with body boosts attack by 100 to 200. 200 for PvP, obviously. Sync with body is probably really easy nowadays in the meta. I mean, I could name a few units right off the bat. You got Final Valley Sasuke, obviously. You got him, which is another body unit. And you're like Shinden Sasuke, Kakashi, Itachi. Um, this new Kakashi, another body unit. There's quite a few body units that are quite viable nowadays. You can run and get that sync skill off. To get that extra 200 attack, it's always nice to have. I don't think I will be limit breaking him on my account personally, just because I unfortunately do not have a max ability. I only had a I only have up to the reset, and I mean it kind of sucks because I really wish I had the speed ups, because an extra 40 speed, that goes a long way. Extra 40 speed, it means everything. It literally means everything. So I personally won't be limit breaking on my account because I don't have a lot of limit break crystals right now to spare. But I'm definitely be limit breaking my Hinata. That's 100% without a doubt. But I will do a showcase on Neji. I'm gonna ask my friend Viv if I could do a showcase on his account for Neji. Because if you don't know, he has a red ultimate Neji, so I feel like that would be pretty cool to see in PvP. Um, but yeah, guys, leave in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys plan on doing. Do you plan on limit breaking one of them, or maybe even both of them? And if you do plan limit breaking one of them, let me know which one you choose. And also let me know what you guys think about these limit break stats and these new you know these new limit break stats for these units, man. I think they're both really solid units now. I really believe that they're both really good now with these limit break stats. So you definitely start seeing these people more into the meta now. You're gonna see them a lot more now, which is a good thing. And honestly, I have not seen a Neji in I don't know how long, but he's making a comeback, and so is Hinata, man. The queen of PvP is literally making a comeback, and I mean her stats are some of the best I ever seen it for PvP. There's no unit that can compare it with that speed. Obviously, Gara is faster, Blazing Mash Gara, but like he doesn't have nowhere near that amount of HP. So Hinata's looking real thick right now, and you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, leave a like in the video if you enjoyed. Comment, subscribe if you're new, and you don't really have an outro, so I will. Oh, see you.